Hey everyone, welcome to our parts of the instrument video. I hope that by the end of this video you are going to feel so confident on knowing what part of the instrument is called what. Some of why this is so important is because we have to keep our instruments so safe, and knowing what is called what helps you know if I'm saying to touch the neck or to make sure that the bridge is safe. You should have gotten a parts of the instrument and parts of the bow worksheet. Hopefully you have a physical copy, or if not, you've looked on Teams and you have a copy from there that you can look at digitally or you print it out. But let's go through each of the parts. Notice that I have my cello in the background. There's one part that's different for the cello that the cellos have that violins and violas don't, or vice versa. So we'll go over all the parts. So I like to describe the instrument as kind of having a body. There's the head all the way down through the body. So let's make sure that we start at the top. So looking at our worksheet, you'll notice that this is called the scroll, and then we have some things called the pegs. Now the pegs you never touch, but I can. Now the pegs also go into something called a peg box, and where the strings go right on top is something called the nut. Now the strings are what make the sound on our instrument, and as we make our way down to the body of the instrument, notice that we have something called the neck that also connects to the fingerboard. That's where some people get confused. The fingerboard is the big, longer black piece of wood, and the neck is a little bit shorter. We also have the upper bout. These are the shoulders of the instrument that connect to the C bout. It's the opposite direction. These also all have something called the ribs, and they go all the way around our violin, viola, and cello. Next, we have the sound holes. The sound holes are where the sound escapes from our instrument. The bridge is this right here. We have to keep the bridge so safe. Always make sure it's facing up. You never put it upside down on itself. The next thing is called the fine tuners. They are on the tailpiece. So that's where another place sometimes people get confused. The fine tuners are the little turn tables here, and then they are on the tail piece. The lower bout is this part right here, kind of maybe the hips of the instrument. Now this is where it gets a little bit different. The violins and violas have a chin rest and an end button, but the cellos will not have a chin rest or an end button, but in fact they just have something called the end pin. Okay, so hopefully we're feeling a little bit confident going through it for the first time. Let's go through it one more time quickly so you can remember. Scroll, pegs, peg box, nut, neck, fingerboard, upper bout, C bout, sound holes, strings, bridge, fine tuners, tailpiece, lower bout, ribs, chin rest, and end button, with cellos having the end pin. Okay, hopefully we're feeling more confident on our parts of the instrument. We're now going to move to parts of the bow, which is on the back of the worksheet that you have. And parts of the bow, there's less parts, but some of them are so important. Okay, so looking at our bow, we have the stick is the first thing I want you to look at. This is made out of plastic or wood, just depending on what your bow is made out of. It doesn't matter, not one's better than the other. Okay, next we have the tip. I know that's kind of silly, but that's the top of the bow. Then we have the frog. Now this might not look like a frog to you, but that's what it's called. So next, that is attached to the ferrule. The ferrule is this part right here. We always want to keep that safe. Now, the horsehair or hair is this part right here on our bow. And for the horsehair, we never touch it, ever, unless it's with our rosin, and I'll have a video on how to put on your rosin. The next part is our adjusting screw. This is where you go righty-tighty, lefty-loosey to tighten or loosen your hair. Again, a whole nother video is going to teach you how to do that. But this is the last part, which is our grip and winding. Now your bow might not have a winding, it might just have a longer grip. This is not good or bad to have both or neither. It's just there to help with the balance of our bow. Okay, let's go over it one more time. So we've got stick, tip, frog, adjusting screw, ferrule, horsehair or hair, and we've got our grip and winding. Okay, hope you're feeling more confident on parts of the instrument and bow. Make sure you know this and watch it several times because we will be having a quiz. Bye, everybody.